job. What's it going?
It's good,
Did you win your Among Us game?
And I don't know, I left after I got killed.
Rip.
Just so I could get here.
So you
Yeah.
might have lost.
I'm pretty sure we won.
Technically,
Someone
you
was
can't do
accused.
your tasks.
I finished my task and then just left.
Oof. It's a risk right there. I need to. Okay, can you? Yeah, you can give people nicknames, right? Hold on one second.
Oh, Vibecat took first pick.
What the fuck? I don't give. How do I do this? Twitch.tv/KillerKarate. Place to be. I should really tweet this one out too, but who is playing? Who is playing? I don't
Nebula,
know.
Vibecat.
Yes, thank you, John. You are doing my job. I appreciate that. I'm gonna ping you in the match notifications channel. There we go. Let's tweet this out too. I think we got game time. Yes, we do. Killer Karate. We're waiting for the thing to go live. All right. Anyway, Jaw. What's your read on Nebula this season?
So Nebula, they newish team to lads. They kind of like combined a lot of the old teams from last season, and they added Squid. I think Bulljax and Jax were on Moonlight last season. Fume was on Runner-Up Quarantine, and then Pike was on Nearly Tilted. This team, they scrim a lot, so they have a lot of chemistry going, and I think their main strength is they just dominate lanes, and then they just kind of snowball off that. They're like very oppressive to play against. Like once they get a lead, it's hard to get it back against them. I think that's like the main thing I notice. Like Jackson, Squid, they snowball their lanes, I think harder than anyone else in the league right now. That's like the main thing.
Let's see what they want to do at the start of this draft here. The Clock Wind Ranger ban is unfortunate because I wouldn't mind watching some Clockwork games today, but...
Right, and then there's the Void Spirit Deny pick from Nebula. That's probably like the most iconic hero because it's Squids, Jax, and Pikes, all of them. That's their best hero so far. Like that's all of them, like signature hero, so it like offers them a ton of flex. The draft, and they respond with Tiny. It's kind of like the same idea with Void Spirit because you can flex it in the 2/4. And this AA response pick is a bit weird. Doesn't really kind of just it's out of nowhere. The ulti doesn't have like any value right now. It has like semi-kill threat with the Void Spirit Q.
Oh god,
I don't know.
Am I just did I just go back in time like 24 hours? These are the same picks as literally a night ago. I don't know how to feel about that.
What teams picked these?
Pretenders and Nexty. Pretenders really liked picking up Legion Tiny. It might not have been the Tiny, I can't remember who actually was picking up that, but the Tiny was really big last, and so was the Legion. Both games pretty popular in the meta right now. Ancient Apparition is a hero I've been seeing too much of.
That pick's like the main odd one out of here. The Legion is pretty like expected from Nebula because it's the offlaner's second best hero after Void Spirit, so they're probably just gonna pick it whenever it's available. And now here comes the part in every draft where like all the carries get banned. I'm guessing they're all just gonna ban out 6 carries. Like 6 carries.
Dude, we already started with AM.
Yeah.
Probably gonna get like Sven or something. Arcwarn's kind of a mid, so it doesn't quite fit the criteria, but it's close.
So I'm guessing like Sven, Void, Tearblade, Spectre. Those are like I don't expect any of them to make it through to the next pick phase.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team banned.
Right, and they just don't.
The Batrider too? Okay, well,
that's
apparently they're just on a completely another level here. Vibecat going for...
I think they picked it for Squid like a past couple games. I know they picked it for Squid when we played Nebula, so it's not like too out of left field, this Bat Rider ban.
Mm-hmm.
They just, I guess they think it's like the worst matchup for this Void Spirit, so they're like protecting the pick a bit.
I guess, yeah. It does feel a little weird that we have a couple of mid bans now in the second phase. Arc Warden plus, you know, potentially Bat Rider. This could be like a support Void, mid Void. You know, who knows where they're going to run it. Again, it's flex pick.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want.
I know I've never seen Shrek the Green Knight or Zero Escape play Void Spirit, so I'm leaning to it being a mid, but if it like gets super countered, they're probably just gonna throw it on 4 and say whatever, we need just enable a mid player. This Bane ban is really weird, I think, especially since there's like so many of these like high value carries that often get first phase still
They
left.
do still need a support though.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I think you can justify it in some drafts just to get rid of some support heroes if they're kind of hurting for one. They're probably just getting one with, you know, the most amount of lockdown for Void Spirit if they do end up running it mid.
I'm guessing they're just gonna probably pick him. Bojax is probably gonna pick himself Witch Doctor here. I think that's.
Do they go Marana? Oh, Bojack said he wouldn't pitch Witch Doctor.
Did he? Oh, he's taking a break from that hero.
He said he wouldn't. I thought he said he wasn't gonna pick it somewhere in the casting chat or something. But
Oracle.
Okay, he picks Oracle for himself. You still have some setup. Again, it's not the greatest for an Oracle or for a Void Spirit, but a lot of stuff to keep you alive against an AA.
It's pretty weird picking Oracle into Void Spirit, because once the Void Spirit gets his eggs, or if he gets an Orchid, he can just 4-0 this Oracle every fight, and he can't get like the save off. So it's a bit of a. I guess they like think they have the double purge right with Legion Oracle, so like one can always save the other. Maybe that's the idea.
There's probably still space for an Oracle to play. Like, if they're picking it, they're trying to get Vince 5 Cat to throw Void Spirit mid, and then they can just counter pick with last pick on Nebula. Because, like, that's probably their core, like, no matter what. I don't think we've seen offlane Void in a long time.
No, this is definitely Nero's hero. They pick it into the save on the Oracle, but they probably think the Void Spirit will always be able to deal with him, so he can't like get the ulti off on the Chrono. It's probably the idea.
Sure.
And Void's just such a good carry, you can just pick it probably and not really care. And I think Spectre might have been better, because they have a lot of burst, and Spectre can like just sustain through like the tiny combo or the Legion duel, and it has the haunt to always find the Oracle in the back line.
I mean, they have both. Void probably survives the tiny combo, and then of course just jumps it off afterwards. But Void Spirit and Ancient Apparition are kind of squishy early on if Tiny gets a good start, and they want to throw like Tiny mid or something, maybe Tiny off lane. Because I think maybe you could pick a Wyvern here. It wouldn't be horrible. But there's a decent amount of magic damage in the AA.
I don't think Pike plays Wyvern. I guess he can play Oracle, and Bojax can go on the Wyvern.
Offlane Wyvern, dude.
Yeah.
That's also a throwback too. Oh, they're just picking their mid right now.
Yeah. They wanna. I guess they think not enough carries have been banned that they'll be able to get like Fume this overall last pick and give them something to carry the game on.
I mean, maybe they could run Legion mid and go. Do you put Invoker anywhere else though?
Like, I think Invoker's mid 100%. Yeah, it's mid 100%. I think Nebula's draft is really straightforward right now. I think this Invoker is. I think it's more of a deny pick more than anything, just to make sure you don't get the. Like they don't get the Cataclysm Chrono combo.
Yeah. Well, they have the Legion duel combo with that too.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's still like a decent Invoker game for Radiant, but it's like an amazing Invoker game I think for Dire, right? That's like I think the main thing. I think that like influenced the pick a bit more.
Yeah.
But it is if Void Spirit is mid, it has a really I think that's very Void Spirit. I think it's a Void Spirit favored matchup. Based on what I understand on how the two heroes play. But maybe I'll get proved wrong. Void Spirit also can just always be a support and then that just goes down the drain.
So they basically, it seems like they're really building up a team fight lineup on
Yeah.
Vinecat. Like if they're gonna 5-man on Nebula, they're probably going to lose. Does not
That's what
feel
it seems
good.
like. It seems like the direction a lot of teams have started to take up this season. We've been seeing so many Tides picks so far. Like Tide, I think has just been kind of the sleeper hero of the tournament. All these teams just pick Tide and then they just played a team fight. So Vibecat's kind of copying this idea with this. Like you see a team pick Legion and then you just go Void Sand King and you kind of just have this insane 5-man, and Legion hates 5-manning into that. So now Radiant's kind of just forced to split push if they don't win their lanes, because they'll probably never after 15 to 20 minutes they'll just never be able to win a 5-on-5 with these heroes unless they're drastically ahead. But if the game's ever even, it's just super favored for Dire right now in a 5v5, so they can't extend their lead per se.
We'll be looking at. Do you think Vibecat goes with another 5th pick big team fight hero, or maybe looking at? Well, they have the offlaner and Sand King carry. Is this guaranteed mid Void Spirit at this point, and
I
they
think
need
they
another
didn't.
support?
I don't. Nebula didn't counter the Void Spirit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a support last pick for Vibecat and carry last pick for Nebula.
I guess
'Cause
just the downside of picking this Invoker then is Void Spirit kind of has an easier game, and you're not punishing a first pick.
Yeah, they really didn't punish it at all. I mean, they're the idea is though, if you counter it a bunch, they just are gonna throw it support, and then it's kind of worthless your counter picks, and then you just get another mid with the free game. So you kind of just let them first pick it, and you just still play your game, or play your draft.
10 seconds remaining.
So Nebula need.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm surprised they're banning Lifestealer. Oh, I guess
Those are just
with
Fiend's
the
two most.
Legion and Tiny.
Those are just his. I think they're just banning out his comfort. They don't even they just were gonna ban those 2 heroes if they had Fume heroes left.
Okay, they can still flex this.
This is a weird pick. I think.
I think it's fine. It works with their team fight too. You still have a lot of damage to throw inside of Chrono, as well as AALs. You're not looking great into Oracle though. That's a lot of magic damage.
I'm just worried about this Lesh. If this Lesh is a core, he can just die in a duel 4-0 or in a tiny combo. They have a ton of burst.
It's probably the same thing for Void Spirit though, right? If you actually get caught on the Void Spirit, you're probably gonna die inside the duel.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder to duel the Void Spirit, right? He has the W, he can just be invulnerable for a few seconds. He has the jumps.
It really depends on the Legion blink
Lesh kind of just, Lesh kind of just is in the fight, casting his spells, and he just dies to Blade Mail.
Let's pick another popular hero in the meta, actually, or at least one I've seen played quite a bit in pro matches as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's anything really interesting about either of these drafts. We got a really team fight heavy lineup on Vibecat. Nebula it feels like they threw their draft together a little bit. The Invoker is sort of out of place, other than the combo with the Legion. Like you said, it kind of just feels like a block pick for the most part.
Yeah.
I kind of like Vibecat's draft a little bit more, although it's a little wombo combo-y. They're on a clock when they can take their fights, which is something I really don't like. While Nebula can fight more often because Duel has such a low cooldown. Same thing with Invoker's always ready. Your longest cooldown is Oracle Alt.
Yep. I think you got most of the points. I think this last track here is gonna probably decide how the game goes for Dire. It's either gonna probably just die a bunch to Tinies and Oracles across the map, or it's gonna get a good start with Edict and take a tier 2 at 15 minutes or something.
I think Nebula can have a really strong mid game if they just win 2 out of 3 lanes.
Yeah.
And it's an easy win for them. Because it's really hard to take team fights, wombo combo team fights from behind.
I think as long as Nebula doesn't give them this 5-on-5 with Chrono Epicenter, give them that's their way back into the game. They just keep playing the lanes as they just have 3 cores farming 3 lanes. It's gonna be really hard for Vibecat to like, cause they're probably gonna. I'm pretty sure Radiant has stronger lanes. I'm pretty sure.
Tiny Legion going up against AA Void. So, I mean, that's okay for Legion. There's a lot of burst there for a Void if you do use your jump aggressively.
I think this AA won't be able to do anything in the top lane. He maybe can click the Tiny for a bit, but he has like... He won't ever... He doesn't offer any kill threat on Legion. This pick just... I'm interested. This AA pick is a bit off. Like... Dire supports are actually really greedy. AA less. They don't really offer... like anything... like any innate stuns and kill threat on heroes. They kind of need levels and items, or they need their team to do the job for it.
Why?
Wait, is he actually pausing over this?
Why? Wait, what? Oh, he actually has issues. Okay. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Gotcha.
Oh, does Zeri move to pause over someone mispronouncing his name, though?
Alright, should be good. Shirk also going bottom on the Sand King. Xeriscape, of course, on the Leshrac, but his name is Dethotness. I don't know why, Xeriscape. Like, you should know at this point, I'm literally just gonna call you by your name in game.
Yeah, I don't think anyone calls him whatever this new name changes. He's too established.
Like, what even is this, dude? A weird thing I wouldn't even known unless I mistyped his name and then he freaked out about it. Fume bottom on the PA though. Bulljack's of course on the Oracle. Is this the new hero he was bragging about? He's off that Witch Doctor for at least a little bit. Do you have Silverpike top? He's got the toss, throwing him back into Jack's attack. It is probably the squishiest target they can go for, but it's probably not going to lead to a kill. Just a couple of trading there. They got Aurora under half HP and, you know, only 3.2 HP regen on AA.
He's gonna have to use like
exactly the best
to heal that up.
Yeah, he should just be able to tango up. You probably don't need to use the salve at this point. Colonel Squid completely misses the block, which gives Koryak, look at this start for him. Wow. He's actually blocked a little bit too well here. And now he's 1 CS. He's already missed one. Let's see if he can make up for this. No? It actually kind of ends up hurting him.
He has the double wave now, so he can... Well, actually, the wave pushed too fast, so...
Colonel Squid might be able to get this under, and then this is easy, but Sunstrike... Ooh, I think he missed that.
Fine, he still got the 1 deny, so he's level 2, and Invoker's still level 1, so he can still kind of pressure a bit. He doesn't have the forge bit on Invoker to help him CS. No, he does. Yeah,
no, he does. CS is not looking too great mid so far. Both kind of struggling right now.
Yeah, this is like the awkward mid where the waves are just gonna keep bouncing under the towers for a bit.
Yeah, for just because of that early block from Koryak, he's a little bit too good at that. Colonel Squid just ignored it. And still doing a good job of contesting. I do find it interesting how he's going for harass right now. He did ditch that 1 CS on the melee creep.
It's kind of, I think it's good for him to like just play aggressive on this guy. So like there to get those like hits in. And just fight him like when you're able to, especially in like a melee versus ranged matchup, to get like those like melee ranged trades with him.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get like poked a little bit. He's gonna like probably get like free autos in on you.
Void Spirit's probably one of the better matchups for Invoker, just because you have so many ways to deal with a cold snap. Invoker just clicking you, which is again probably why they just threw the Void Spirit mid, and we're comfortable with that because Invoker.
I still think it's Koryak's one of his better heroes. I think like his Ember and Void Spirit are like his two. I think those are like the 2 heroes he's most known for. I haven't seen him play too much. But... Yeah, he has his bottle now. This lane's pretty free for him for a while.
Not too much else going on. Bot lane, we can look at it. Shirk's picked up a wand. Fume, nothing really too much else going for him. This just looks like a Sand King lane for the most part. He's actually... I've seen it mixed where Sand Kings sometimes don't go for Sandstorm and they go for like this Caustic Finale build. Putting some levels into it first, especially against melee cores, but with PA, obviously she can just dagger a lot of the creeps, so doesn't have to approach. She might as well just throw Sandstorm and push in the lane.
I think since they won the early sentry battle on Dire, they killed the sentry like I think like on the first wave, so he just went for the Sandstorm. I think that's why he committed for it.
I don't know if there's another one coming. No, there is another one on Bulljax. If they want to try and find it.
No.
I don't believe so. There's a second stun missed. Fume gets the blink away. There is a slow coming out on Shirk, but they don't have vision on top of this. Bulljax doesn't want to use the sentry in a panic because that's probably how they lose the second one.
Did his courier just die to creeps?
Yes.
Looks like it. Dude, just on Radiant, dude, it's so hard for one of your couriers just to not feed. It's so hard.
Just the
They just
pathing
take the
it
most,
takes.
they take the most awkward path. They just like, I'm pretty sure they just want to die. It's like just Valve messing with this.
Suicidal. It's fine.
Yeah.
They're a little depressed. All they do all day is run items back and forth. Pretty quiet lanes so far, though. Still no first blood. We're about approaching 4 minutes. We might see it at the 5-minute mark with the bounties, but even then, if I'm gonna bet where it's gonna be, it might be bottom. There is a rotation from SP mid on the
He's just securing
tiny.
the rune. That's like, this is what mid is every game. At 4 minutes, it's just like a coin toss of where the rune is. And he doesn't get on Void Spirit. It doesn't matter too much in this lane because he's still like 4 HP, full mana without any bottle charges, so it's not like he desperately needed that rune. So.
Justin, Silver Pike is going to run top of it, but he doesn't have any mana, not even for a toss, and they actually have vision on him, I believe.
Yeah, he had stick toss, but
15 mana. No, true. This was away. Yeah, he'll just clarity up. Nothing really for either. They have the 2 stuns in the bot lane, but Bulljax is doing a good job of not overcommitting. Because he's probably the highest percentage to die early on, at least.
Oracle kind of shuts down this idea of the last Shun sinking lane, because if he just gets the Fate's Edict off on one of them, yeah, it's just the kill is any kill threat is just instantly gone.
It does mean though, Bulljax probably can't contest the runes here. Early on, you have to get both of them top if they want to go even, and it looks like Silver Pike's able to do that.
How is top going? Looks like they're just top looks dead even, which I think.
Green Knight looking for a stun bottom, not going to get followed up though, because again, there's a blink away to Hotness. Maybe looking for one. I'm going to call you that, Zero Escape. I don't care. Mid 2, 28 CS on Koryak, 19 on Colonel Squid. This is a domination from Koryak. Even with like the weirdness of the start, but.
He has a 6 now in Void Spirit, which enables like a lot of the heroes playmaking. Like Ember and Storm both kind of need items to do stuff, but Void Spirit just needs his 6, and then he can like kind of just jump around his hero.
I think he's running bottom. They're gonna try and make first blood happen with that level 6. Bulljax is probably the target here. Like I'm at the Oracle Fate's Edict. Bulljax just needs to not walk a little bit too far forward. Is going to get stunned up twice, as well as the taunt to follow up if he can save himself. He is healing, but the right clicks from Koryak are a bit too much. Rotation down from Silver Pike. Not really too much for a Tiny to do, though, as they just got away with murder there. And not getting punished. Bulljax just a bit too far forward.
I'm expecting like all of the plays for Die are gonna happen around Void Spirit till SK gets a blink, or if they don't use Chrono. That's like this guy is the main playmaker this game, just based off like the heroes they have.
Yeah.
He's,
not too big of a deal.
Just rushing Ags, which I like a lot. Like the silence just cripples this Oracle so much. Like you just instantly, like you just ruined this Oracle's game because you can just get the silence off and Oracle.
Oh no, I just missed another kill bottom though. It's actually 3 heroes bottom to pick that one up. The supports bring it down. Silverpike doing a nice job there too. There is a slow going out on the Shirk, but again, no follow-up. He's actually got the sentry game now. I think they might see him over here because they do have it in the trees, but Shirk's going to find that one. And Sand King has a free lane yet again. Unless they buy Dust. They could just pick up the Dust and potentially go for something.
Both carries have like the greediest item builds queued up. PA just going the Wraithband Battle Fury, Void going the Bound Boots Midas. Oh, wait, I guess he has 2 Wraithbands on Void. He isn't that greedy, but...
Dude, people go top lane. I think we're going to lose an AA. Sunstrike coming in onto Aurora. Instant dual win for Jack's attack. Well put there from Colonel Squid, but I think he's just going to die mid immediately after. Zero Escape looking for the stun. Does get a meatball away to cancel out the stun from the Leshrac, but it's not going to be enough to kill, or at least get the return kill. Colonel Squid dying in the mid lane to Koryak. 243 gold for that one even. This is a really good start for Void Spirit.
Radiant structures, they're fortified.
Oh, they have vision bottom too. Shirk just gets critted immediately. Needs to just save the wand, go for the stun, trying to turn it back onto Bulljax, but he's got the fake Edict on top of himself, dodging a lot of this damage. Stun through from Silverpike is missing, but there is a toss to keep somebody on top if he wants to wand here. Rotation from Koryak. They lose the Bulljax. Sunstrike coming through. It connects onto Zero Escape before the stun can land. Invin's rune pop from Koryak that he found in the river, it looks like. And a pretty good fight there for Nebula. It's all of these are just by the skin of their teeth, so close.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah,
is under attack.
Void Spirit just didn't have on. He only had one jump, I think, on that TP, so he wasn't able to get like as much as he wanted to out of it. But still, like a decent response kill. It doesn't like no one's getting too much out of the lead out of these brawls.
They could go right now. Green Knight, they
Yeah.
get another sentry. They could just chase him down. He does have a stun up very soon, but there's the toss. Silverpike not throwing him back, so he can't get the stun underneath the tower. The slow coming out. Fume still wants to die for this. Out comes Zero Escape, landing one on Fume, but he can get the Fate's Edict. He'll just walk away. Get the heal as
Void
well
Spirit
from
is
Bulljax.
sprinting
Silverpike's the
down here.
lowest one here if they still want to chase this. There is a rotation from Koryak too. We lost the Void top. Nira actually getting a dual win, I believe. They'll just back away. Nira not getting a dual win.
Yeah.
Legion getting a dual win.
He got a solo
And
kill.
yeah,
top
back and
2v1.
forth we go. Shirk getting gone on again, but Koryak's still here. This seems like a weird initiation for Silverpike because he's still really low. Taunt back in on the Bulljax. He is for sure dead here. Gonna tick down to the ultimate from Koryak. Sunstrike coming in, but it's not gonna connect that time. Actually getting aggressive there is Shirk, and it saves him. Fume is gonna drop to the ult of Zero Escape. And there's 4 heroes bottom. This is interesting movements here from Vibecat. Let's see, what dual damage are we at? No, he did not get a dual win onto the Void there. It looks like Nira probably just died right after the duel ended or something like that.
Yeah. He almost has his Midas, and he's top CS. He's not like, it's not too bad of a death.
I wouldn't
They
say
get
the
the-
lane was disaster bottom though. They do lose the tower this early, but you are into a Leshrac.
Well, now PA kind of just doesn't have a lane. Maybe I think Fume's gonna take mid here actually, but
I think Fume can just go to the jungle at this point too. He's got the Ring of Health up. I'm a little surprised we're not fully onto the mom build that you know, AM likes to do. Why not go it on PA as well?
The new God King build. Just
Yeah.
Mask of Madness Battle Fury on every hero.
I think that's the play. You can pull it off on PA. Like, obviously you want to be casting, but it's the same idea of
Yeah.
anti-mage. Like, all these low cooldown abilities. There's a big rotation mid, by the way. We have a
Yeah.
Chrono up. We also have AA ult.
They want to
To
kind of
follow
use
that, there's a rotation. They find the AA ult on top of Colonel Squid. Can he actually get away from this? I don't think so, because the Sandstorm is just going to bring him down. Shirk doing a nice job of rotating around.
Yeah.
They don't have any vision in their own jungle, and Squid's going to be the one to pay for it. Zero Escape laying down a lot of damage on that mid-tier 1. There's a nice stun coming out from Silverpike, but Chrono onto so many heroes, most of them his own teammates. They can't actually get any follow-up, but they eventually bring down Silverpike, but it's a 1-for-1 because of it. Bulljax retreating over in the trees. The
Huge
two-man
stun.
stun, both on the Jax attack and Bulljax, and I think they're going to find Jax attack afterwards too if they can get a bash. No, they do not. Slow coming through. Fume actually trying to get a follow-up onto Aurora. They're going to keep chasing from Shirk, getting the stun out. Buyback on Bulljax. Seems like the weirdest buyback. If they can even get a Fortune's End off, it might have just been wasted, unfortunately.
I mean, they held the tower. That's like the main thing that matters. They used Chrono. They didn't get the tower. I think they can maybe just run at this again though, on Vibecat. Because the heroes on this PA and Invoker, they both need items. There's like the two really item dependent heroes before they. Well, Invoker is level, PA's items, but they need resources before they can start like being really active. And Legion's like 400 gold from his first item on Jax.
Stun in onto Colonel Squid. The A ult is a little bit. No, Squid actually just runs right into it. It was angled slightly, but he still ran that direction. That is a lot of damage from that A ult. Bulljax didn't sit there and heal though, I guess. So
Void's just gonna go back to on farming. He used his chrono to try and get a kill.
I don't think he actually got any kills in the chrono. It does lead to a couple later on. But yeah, it was just kind of an awkward placement there.
Yeah.
There's a rotation up, stun forward. Shurk's doing a lot of work with this Blink Dagger. Stun through from Xeriscape as well. Nira jumping in, getting the slow, and it's easy for Shurk. A lot of deaths coming out for this PA 222.
The Spirit Vessel on Lesh is a bit. I think instead of Spirit Vessel, he should get a Vel this game. The item's really good, especially that he has on. All of his damage besides Void on his team is going to be magic this game, so just amping all of that up, like amping the SK, amping the Void Spirit, amping his own and the AA's damage, would be like super value.
I do gotta say, I really like the way Xeriscape and Aurora are moving around the map right now.
Yeah,
like they're dictating the pace of the game.
This 3-man hit squad on Dire is doing they're like just deciding everything that happens right now, because they can't really match it on Radiant, because Tiny doesn't have his blink and Legion doesn't have his blink either, so they can't like kind of do the same thing they're doing. If they see someone, they can always just run away right now on Dia till they get the blink.
And it's weird because honestly, I don't see a lot of Sand Kings go blink first. Usually they'll go something like drums, potentially, to start off. And they'll avoid that Blink Dagger immediately just because some of those utility items can come in handy. But Shurk kind of knows, hey, if I get this Blink, we can just start looking for kills really early. They have a lot of squishy heroes susceptible to magic damage.
I think it also, he's like recognizing...
Nira might be able to get the Blink away, does get the immediate dual Sunstrike to come through. There's the win. Jack's attack up to 20. Little bit of a comeback. 1, 2, and 4 on Nira.
Good smoke by Radiant, catching out the lone hero.
Dude, who needs a Blink Dagger? You have tiny airlines in this game.
True. But about the SK Blink Fist you were talking about, I think it's good that he got it this game, because his Lesh and AA, they need like this, they just need a stun and they offer like a ton of damage. That's like the main strength of the heroes, it's just damage. So if this SK just offers like a blink stun for them, they can always kill anyone right now.
Like they're gonna find Colonel Squid too, because they have the dust into the AA ult, into the stun from Xeriscape. You don't even need the AA ult. So he ticks away after that. Bulljack's running away. Fume gets the TP, but Shurk's gonna have another blink stun here in 2 seconds. If they want to continue to chase, they do find Bulljax. He has the Face Edict very soon, but it's not gonna be enough. Koryak would have been there as well.
They have a chrono for bottom.
Vibe Cap might just kill off Jack's attack too. Yep, they are going to use the chrono. Should be able to follow it up with the taunt. If he times this correct, yes he does. Able to perch it off. He goes for the duel instead. Almost wins it. It was a really close one, but Nira gets the win. Sunstrike is not going to connect, unfortunately. I think he might have just been waiting on... Just the timing is a bit off. If he gets that Sunstrike 2 seconds sooner, it might be going a completely different way, and you're pretty happy on, oh god, on Jack's attack to actually get the duel win there. You don't really care that you died. But still what we're looking at. He does have a Blade Mill picked up.
Yeah. He's halfway to his blink. How close is Tiny to the Tiny blink? Tiny's on like 700 away. No, like that's gonna enable the game a lot. It's gonna make Radiant have like actual plays they can make besides like this toss duel. That's like kind of the only thing they can do right now. Silverpike is drawing some. He is telling his invoker to get out of the triangle right now before they sprint at him.
Doesn't feel like there's a lot of space on the map for Nebula.
Yeah.
We do almost have a Battle Fury on Fume. It's going to be about... It's kind of late. Probably like 17 minutes. He just needs like 4 more CS. Fume probably doesn't want to farm this triangle either, because like you said, they're going to come running through here, and they have vision on top of it. Even when you get this Battle Fury on Fume, it doesn't really feel like there's a lot of space for him to farm.
Yeah, it's probably gonna play for the Deso BKB timing this game, because he just like I think he needs those 2 items. He needs the Deso for damage, and he needs like the BKB to survive. So I don't expect him to show up to like any fight unless it's like a clear winning fight or they're pushing his racks for a while. He has to kind of just hit creeps his if it creeps back into this game. Right, I think they recognize that there was a ward there on Radiant.
Koryak does have the eggs up. We're also looking at almost a Yule's on top of Shirk.
Yeah. This Ags is really big. It completely Oracle's game is now like so much harder. It's gonna be really hard for because Void Spirit's just gonna jump in and he's gonna press E and Oracle more than likely is gonna get silenced and then he can't save anyone.
Colonel Squid does not. A lot of. It feels like it's a lot bigger lead than 4K gold right now for Vibecat just because of the amount of map control they have.
It's also on. They have a lot of gold saved up right now on Radiant, like 1,000 gold on Tiny, and like PA doesn't have Battlefield yet, so her net worth is kind of like useless. Legion doesn't. Legion has like another 1,000 gold saved up.
Xeriscape is incredibly aggressive right now, but there's no vision on this. Silverpike gets the stun combo. I think they're just gonna lose Xeriscape. I'm not quite sure why he's all the way over here, but
Maybe he thought his team was running there. I don't know. He wanted to cut the wave.
it's a bit of a throwback because you know that's one of the kills for Yo.
Yeah.
And Fume
Also
gets
just
the
let
triangle.
It's kind of signals to Radiant that they're gonna like hunt the cores for like another like till Lesh is alive.
Unless Silverpike is just dead right now, which
Silverpike
could
might
be
be
the
dead.
case.
I think
Because
he's dead,
Silverpike
yeah.
is very alone. Gonna get the taunt follow up after the Sand King stun. 2 dies. Straight to Koryak. And the killed squad moves through another jungle. Maybe they'll actually look at the mid tower.
I think they're gonna look to just siege a tower with this max edict on Lesh. Just kind of that's like the main reason. Besides for like magic burst, you just want him for the edict on towers. So it looks like he's probably just gonna siege that on the next wave.
Do you think they have a window on Vibecat where they could win this game like within the next 20 minutes and it's good, but if it goes over like, I don't know, let's say like 35 minutes, it's, you know, more in Nebula's court?
So they have the Legion blink now, and then they have the Tiny blink now. So, or they almost have Tiny blink. I think the game is gonna drastically change once they have those 2 items, because then they can start hunting for kills with this Sunstrike
Which they'll
damage.
immediately do. Jack's attack, actually, they're smoked up mid. If they can find Koryak, that would be ideal,
that's a
because
huge
he's the
kill.
5-0 and 6. I don't think they're gonna find
Really
it, but
good remnant
Koryak
here,
knows
actually.
something is up. Gonna get the stun
Squid might
up.
be
Colonel
still.
Squid is really far, but maybe they can find the duel instead. Jack's attack can't get off because he's over in the
Watch
dissimilate.
ulti.
In comes the A ult onto 2. You do get the ult off, but Colonel Squid looks almost certainly dead. They're gonna lose 3 from this, taking 2. Both are actually the offlaner and the support dying, but you lose your mid and offlaner yourself, and that is not net worth favored there. Fume does not show up to this one, and neither Silverpike able to run away.
That is the blink reveal for Radiant, so you kind of want, you normally want to win that fight because you just gotta have this surprise factor, but a really good remnant placed by on Koryak on the high ground.
Yeah,
to
and
cut Squid out.
I just don't think it's Colonel Squid's game to run up to the high ground there. You gotta let somebody like Silverpike or Jack's attack do
I
that.
think you have to just send a Forge Spirit up there. It's you forget about them a lot though. You kind of forget you can just put these things up on high ground, and it just like sees you.
Well, the thing is, like, it doesn't feel like he should be in the one initiating either. Like, there's not too much for him to do in that case. Aura might just get stunned up as well, and just giving the kill to Fume actually. Went for the bounty rune, little greedy there. So they do get 2.
And Fume just farming up with his Battle Fury. He's like 1,300 gold away from his Desolator. They'll give him a big spike. They only have 1 Agi heal, so a lot of these heroes are gonna have low armor. So they are susceptible just to getting bursted.
Might be looking at another smoke too. Oh, the Doom. I don't know what that Jack's attack. It might have been the blink cancel potentially, because he did buff himself as well as pop the blade mill. Maybe looking
He
for
had
a
a
duel on
ward. He has the
Xeriscape.
ward right here, so he saw it coming on Zeri, I think. So he started backing off.
Maybe they'll look at bottom instead. He's looking for a BKB on Jack's attack. They don't have any other smokes at the moment.
So they have the MKB on Void, so PA's game has got a lot different. Like, it's way harder now because you can just die in a chrono, avoid just with the MKB damage.
Oh yeah,
He gets, like, 2
especially
bashes.
the attack
So
speed
good
that
to know.
MKB gives you now too. You really it builds up so much better. It's a really nice pickup for a Void.
Yeah, it's
And
on
there's the Yules too on Koryak, so their setup's even better.
Yeah, just making him even harder to kill. Oh, he has the Yules in the Remnant. So they're just gonna whack away at this bottom tower.
Oh, this is a really dangerous TP. Jack's attack just going straight into it. Shirk's gonna run right into it, but to get the duel off instead, goes right into the taunt. AL coming through, it's gonna connect onto nobody. Colonel Squid actually dodging that, tries to go invis to save himself, and he actually does run away with 50 health. They lose Xeriscape, or Silver Pike, sorry. Nero actually getting a very nice chrono onto 2, following it up with 2 kills of his own. Again, just an awkward initiation for Nebula, and high ground Vibecat is open.
They don't have glyph on Nebula, so they're gonna get like at least half this tower's health, I think, because they're gonna get a full edict.
They might just get the entire thing unless they try to pop more buybacks. They still don't have the Legion Commander, but there is a rotation back from Invoker. Colonel Squid gets pulled in front of the barracks, though. Perfect positioning there from Koryak from the taunt. Xeriscape is going to drop after hitting the Yules on top of Silver Pike. Why do I keep mixing those two up? Aurora getting critted down. They do not take the tower, so it is a costly, aggressive move there. And they actually make the defense pretty well.
Yeah, I don't think they're ever getting that tower there. The respawn time is like too low in the early game. They get a lot more damage though than I thought. I thought they were only going to get half. They got down to 900 HP, so... and Fume did get 2 cleanup kills there, so he just finished his death, so now he has another 1,000 gold. He's starting to, like, he'll pass the Void soon just because he has a battle
Oh,
fury.
look at Jack's attack. He's looking for the Void. He's not going to find him, though. Tried to find him on the small camp, but I'm not sure if this was spotted out by Nera. There is a ward all the way back here, and I think he saw Legion running toward him.
I think teams are getting a lot better at playing against, drafting against the Legion, this Legion Commander hero.
Yeah, Nera just kind of reading really well there.
And they're just playing together, right? They're just running around as 3 looking for kills. Like, what is Legion supposed to do when they're just always just jumping his team on this side of the map?
They really haven't had opportunities to use the combo with Sunstrike.
Dire's just been like dictating like the entire tempo of this game.
Still only 20 dual damage.
They aren't getting the outpost because with the tier 2 taken, that's a bit awkward. But it doesn't matter that much until
still
like
got
the 30-minute mark.
6 minutes.
Yeah. Nero might be dead mid. Wow.
The blink just a bit short from Jack's attack.
They're gonna try and make a play on top, but
there is a nice tornado up on the 3. Shirk misses the stun. Boljack's getting stunned up instead from the Leshrac. There's the AL flying through. This time it does connect onto the Legion, but he misses the duel. Dies himself. There is a save out for Fume if he can turn it here. He looks like he's gonna take some healing even. Brings down the Void Spirit for the first time, but in comes the Chrono. They bring down Fume. They're gonna try and focus down Squid as well. The slow coming from Void. 2 down inside the Chrono, 1 on the outside. Silver Pike almost certainly next if he's gonna get bashed just like that. Triple kill for Aurora. Jump forward from Nera, instant bash, and that is probably the tier 3 gone. With Leshrac still surviving. Maybe with the glyph. There is a creep wave really soon, though. 10 seconds until the Legion's back up.
Get this. I don't know if they get melee. Oh, they have the double buyback.
I don't think they get
They're just gonna get tower and leave. That's still good.
Yeah. Legion is back up, but this is where you don't have the outpost. Legion could just TP there if they want to go for something. But instead, it's going to be for Aurora. There's the pushback, not connecting on the overwhelming odds. Going for the TP. Does get it off. Positioning from Aurora is perfect.
Yeah.
Didn't give away any vision right there. And now Xeriscape could just run into Jack's attack, but no. Doubles back around. Again, just missing out on some free duels.
They need a really force a fight, I think, right now on Nebula. Because if they just wait till Chrono comes back up again, I think they're going to lose the game. If they do nothing till the next Chrono. So I think they need to group up as 5 and really try and get a favorable fight while Chrono's down. most this game's just gonna get even more out of hand. This is like the one window I think to like start staging their comeback, like without Dire drastically throwing.
Jack's
Like, hit
attack
the
going
mid.
for the duel onto Koryak, but the burst is gonna be there on the other side. They do get the win, but Jack's attack is gonna die afterwards, and they might just lose too. The save is from Bolt Jack, Silverpike dropping, Jack's attack dropping. Out comes the ult. Fume getting ulted up by the Oracle, but I don't know if you can heal through that one. Bolt Jack's gonna try and turn it, and you're actually using a BKB here, but yeah, that is a dead PA if I've ever seen one. 4 gone, and I think the net worth is going their way too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, they had the right idea there, right? No chrono up, but I think they're just way too. They're up 12k gold at this point, so it's really hard for them. Even if without chrono, they're still losing fights.
Just seems like they're getting a little desperate.
I mean, I think they have to
especially
make that
bottom
point
right
too.
now too, because Colonel Squid going way too far.
I think this play mid is fine because you really need to get something when chrono's down. Like if you don't.
Yeah, I was just saying it felt a little desperate because they've been playing together a lot of the game, right?
Yeah.
And I think maybe Jack's attack had forgotten that, because if it's just that, if it's just the Void Spirit there, you're fine. Or if it's like Void Spirit +1, you probably get that win and you're okay. But the A ult follows up immediately after the duel starts,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
and the rest of the team was there.
I mean, they're kind of in a desperate state right now. Like they have to get like some 5-man wipe soon, win like some crazy fight to get back into this. There's like this SK/AA gank train with Void Spirit. They just got way too much of a like map control. Like it felt like the second SK had blink, there was nothing Nebula could do. They just hunted anyone who showed on the map. While Void
It's a good
just
way. It's a good way to win a Dota game, because I think they just
Yeah.
relied on that plus Koryak winning the lane, and it didn't really matter how top lane went for the Void, as long
Yeah.
as you just get 6 relatively early. He
Well,
still
he
gets
just
a
went-
decent timing
yeah.
on MKB. He's actually
He
built
just
a
went-
Midas. I didn't just now
Yeah.
realize this.
Iondis now picked up on SK. They're getting like a plethora of items. Mac on Lesh. They're getting like all these Forest Staff, Gloom on AA.
Radiant's middle tower is taken.
They're just getting all these items now. It's making the game harder
What
and
the
harder.
fuck is this voodoo mask? Why did he buy this? Is he? Oh, Octarine Core. Okay.
I mean, I think the voodoo. This
That's
casual
like
voodoo.
seriously the first time I've seen this item, I swear to God.
I'm surprised people haven't picked it up more on Bristleback. Like, just go this casual voodoo mask on him. Maybe it's just bad. I don't know.
I still haven't seen Holy Locket picked up in a single game I've ever casted. Still waiting on that one.
I'll bring out the Holy Locket jug next game you cast.
Gotcha. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes.
You just heal your entire team up to 4 in a healing wood with your Holy Locket amping it. It's pretty insane.
How much does the voodoo mask cost actually? Is this 900 gold? That's actually pretty legit.
This
Jack's
Lesh is
attack
so
might just get a kill.
tanky. Does he even get the dual kill here?
Jack's attack doesn't know where he is.
I guess he doesn't see him.
Jack's
Does Lesh have
attack
the
might
most
be
XP in the
AFK.
game? He has
I'm
homework
not
to do.
quite
You're
sure.
gonna get him.
I guess he's kind of just caught in a rough area. So now he's going to go for the cut, but your tier 2 is not going to be saved. Maybe you're going to save the tier 3 with the cut here.
They haven't taken Rush yet on Dia. This might be like a bit iffy. They're really far ahead. It'll be hard for them to lose a fight if everyone just presses their buttons. He does cut the wave on Jack's attack. They might just go through mid. No, did they see that? Or they're just gonna hit Rush.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, this Rush is insanely free now that they have the DD outside the pit. They do get the Sunstrike Scout on it.
This is actually a really quick Roche with the DD as well. Look
Yeah.
at this. God damn. They don't even need minus armor.
Jax might go for it. No, he's just gonna cut the next mid wave and Legion. They are gonna
I
get a
think
tier
they'll be
2
just
for this
fine.
at least, so they get like some consolation.
I think giving away Roche might just be the game though. If they give it to Nira, yeah, he can just... I'm not sure Nira's the best core for it, but I don't know if Koryak's better.
You're not getting. I don't think they're ever fighting them in the Rush pit with Void SKAA. That just seems like set up for disaster.
Oops.
Do have Shirk hitting up the mid creeps, and I think they'll move on to the tier 3.
Yeah.
High ground potentially next. There is a little bit of a trade going bottom as Fume pushing up to the tier 3 himself with a Deso.
He has Deso minus.
This is a really early fortify though. They do get rid of the creep wave, and they save. They're gonna trade towers. Fume might just be able to go for more too and take a Rax potentially, but again, you're fighting against a Leshrac. Like, this is definitely not a base race you can win. The backdoor does come out as they are going to definitely kill off Bulljax. Maybe even Colonel Squid because the AL flies through. It does not actually hit, I believe, but the dot still gets on top, and that is more than enough. There is no buyback on Colonel Squid. They do lose both the racks, and they're going to go for the game. They're trying to base race against the Leshrac right now. They have the backdoor, though, so the advantage is towards Nebula. Who's going to TP back here? Somebody needs to. It's going to be Nira.
Yeah.
As long as he chronos them both, it's pretty much over. But he did TP back for this. If they have a buyback on PA, they can maybe make something happen way back at the base. We do get the buyback. Can they find a duel on top of Koryak? There's the TP and Fume trying to get on top. Does not get the duel because he got the Yules off Koryak. The Madman making it happen, but the stun through Silverpike got his buyback. The effectiveness is there. The tree toss not doing any damage because he actually had the Ghost Scepter up, but Xeriscape almost certainly dead after. Can he get a crit? No, he can't! Are you kidding me? Fume just gets ripped off and dies to Xeriscape. The most unlucky thing I've ever seen. That might just be the game.
Yeah, the carry's dead with no buyback.
And the buyback on Koryak as well. Bulljack's probably going to die for the second time here. The Yule's up from Shirk as well as Nira just on top of him afterwards. They almost had it. I don't know if almost is the right word, but it seemed like there was a path to victory there.
Before the other team. They got the first tier 4 of the game.
They almost had a chance.
Looks like they're just going to hit throw now. They have
60 seconds. They still have the Aegis on Nira. This actually did rotate all the way back for this. Tier 4 is slowly falling. Not quite onto the Ancient yet. You got another 50 seconds till the PA is up, and a nice double ton from Shirk. Can they get them back into the fountain? Colonel Squid popping the BKB. There's a save for Silverpike as well, but can they get any damage out? I don't think so. Bulljack's trying to save anybody he can, but they lose two. They lose their lockdown. Jack's attack calls GG, and that's going to be it. Nebula, they made a play for it, but it's just too little too late. And Vibecat looking very strong there.
Yeah. Really well played. That was really clinical by them. Once this SK got blink, they just completely took over the game. They like just hunted non-stop. They used like this double like magic damage support duo burst with the Sand King and just killed anyone they saw alone.
I think I was right though. If that game goes like 2 minutes longer, Nebula might have had a shot.
Yeah, I think if PA gets like a Bastia, maybe just to be able to finish people off a bit more.
I'm telling you, if PA gets a crit instead of dying to Leshrac, like...
That was very sage.
We do move on to game 2. I believe Clever Sneak is over there casting Eternal Kings versus Banana Hammock by himself. Fuck. Go watch Clever Sneak. Somebody go co-cast with him. Somebody's got to be available right now to co-cast.
Oh, should I have had open mic on last game for the end game cast?
Who cares?
I don't think anyone
You gotta be some kind of...
Oops. Do I have a free subscription? No. Where's my free subscription? Who am I subscribed to? Actually, looks like that game is pretty close. I think Double King or Eternal King's not Double King. God damn it.
I think that game just started, right? It's just 2
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. It's still in like the first minute. Eternal King's definitely the strongest team in the league, though. I mean, after winning last year and also performing well this year, like
yeah, they're off to a good start. The team's like, I think the team's main thing is they're just really consistent. Like, you never see them making like mistakes, people getting caught out. They like just play like the same way every game, and it just works. Like, I don't think they have like the highest scaling of like I think if everyone played their absolute best, I don't think Kings is the best, but like on average, they're just better than everyone because people mess up a lot.
just waiting for Squid to hop in a spot and we'll be up. Yeah, the team's kind of ridiculous. Skater mid, plus who else is this? Skater mid for the Swarm, Arturius. Disgusting. That's the same lineup they've always had too, right?
On season 3, they had Silver Pike instead of Artorias, but this is the same roster from season 4.
Is that a trade up though? I guess they're definitely different kinds of players. Silver Pike still, they seem pretty similar, and they're both playing the same position, of course.
Artorias is like, I think he has a much smaller hero pool than Silver Pike, and I think Silver Pike's like really, he plays really greedy. He kind of just like farms the map and scales up as a pos for, while I think Artorias offers like a lot of lane dominance and kind of enables for the Swarm to snowball the game from the off lane and make space for DOS to just farm up.
Well, I mean, they won with Arturius, right?
They
Like
won
they
with
won the
Artorias.
championship with Arturius.
Yeah.
Wait, I casted that. What the fuck? I should remember that. Anyway. Banana Hammock, that's Group A, right? Actually, if I look at the standings here. Really quickly.
I think Banana Hammock is middle of the pack right now.
Yeah.
I think they're just like,
yeah, they are. Eternal Kings has only lost 2 games so far.
Yeah.
Dark W has only lost 1 though. Damn.
Yeah.
Only have less points because of less series played.
Yeah, I don't think they've played any of the top teams yet though in Group A, so.
Nebula is win-win, tie-tie. So their form at the moment, and Vibecat is a lot lower, so I'm kind of surprised Vibecat taking game 1 here.
One of their losses is a forfeit, by the way, so I think, I don't know
The
if
most
the
recent
second
one or the
was,
first one?
the most recent one was a forfeit to People Glad,
Oof.
so take that with a grain of salt with the standings.
Yeah, they potentially could have been like 1 point higher.
I don't know who the other loss is to. That one might have been a forfeit too, honestly, I'm not sure. Wait, no, they lost to Albert and the Puppets. That one was a legit loss, but I'm pretty sure Vibecat would have 2'd People Glad if they actually played the game. looks like we're about to
Game 2
start.
we go. Again, these are only best of 2s, so it is over after this. Vibe Cat taking game 1.
Alright, looks like they're about to start this game. Did they take? So Vibecat took first pick again, and Nebula just took Radiant. Alright.
Yo, Birdman, go ping Clever. He needs a co-caster. Artorias really isn't a 4-player. He plays a lot of 5s as 4.
That is true.
I mean, they're pretty flexible, though. Most 5s. Some 5s. You can argue.
Well, it's like his best hero is Wyvern by far, and that's like mainly a 5, but he plays it as a 4, and lads at least.
Turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to ban.
So I'm guessing Nebula's adjustment is going to be they're either going to ban Void Spirit or they are going to pick Bat Rider in response to the Void Spirit pick. I think they're going to do one of those two things.
Dire team's turn to pick.
So I'm guessing Vibecat's just
Stop
gonna
banning Clockwork. I just want to see Clockwork. It's the only reason I watch Dota. To be honest.
Just because the 5s are drafting, that Clockwork gets banned every game. No, all of them hate laning against that hero, so they just ban it. Inside
Dire
secret.
team's turn to pick.
Alright. So they're gonna kinda Nebula going more so for the team fight idea with this Phoenix pick instead of going more so for the pick off idea with
10
Tiny.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We'll see. Void Spirit picked up again by Vibecat.
Yeah.
Koryak, you know, he had a really strong game last.
I don't think you can ever give Nebula Void Spirit. They just play it on like 3 players all play it at like an insane level. I they should pick Bat Rider here if I know them. But they just pick random heroes every game, so it's hard to predict what they're gonna do.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to ban.
Juggernaut.
Alright,
Okay, they're gonna pick up. They're gonna pick up the core hero very soon.
that is
This
Fume's.
time.
Fume is like level 25 Dota plus on Jug, so that's fine. And
early though. You don't even know a single hero in the other lane. Like,
well, the Void Spirit really, unless Void Spirit goes Orchid, or I guess he can do the Axe Rush again. He doesn't offer that
10
much.
seconds
No, these heroes
remaining.
don't offer that much kill threat on Jug early, so he will have like the first 15 minutes kind
5
of to do
seconds
whatever he
remaining.
wants, unless
Sure.
they like invest in counter picks versus him.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
So yeah, they're probably just gonna ban. So this is gonna be the 6 offlaner ban game. Because they want to protect this early Juggernaut pick.
10 seconds remaining.
seconds left. We'll see what they want to do with it. We're just spending lots.
Not too much time. I guess now they're kind of ticking into it.
I mean,
But
they probably
yeah,
just ban. You probably ban one support and then a core potentially.
A support on which team? Nebula? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nebula bans a support. Oh, they ban the
Radiant
offlaner.
team ban.
They still need another one on Vibecat. They're comfortable with the AA, how it was played last game. They probably. If I was them, I would stick with the game plan of we want to pick a duo that can run around the map early, or as soon as one of them gets like an item.
The SK
such
is
as a
still in the
blink.
poor. It doesn't have the best matchup versus Jug.
That's why I think they might switch it up,
Yeah.
and that's probably why Nebula bans Mars, because it's another hero where it's like sort of low cooldown ult, but you can also make plays with Spear.
And he has, what is this Shrek play? He plays Axe a lot. It has a pretty good game matchup versus Jug. The lane might be rough, but once you get Blink Blade Mail, you offer a lot of kill threat on the Jug. You might go for that.
Does the Legion work for Vibecat here?
It's already banned.
Oh, fuck. Dude, they banned it. Oh my god. I was like, they have the AA, it's beautiful. Like, they could pull it off, but yeah.
So they need a Bulljax hero. I mean, Witch Doctor looks really good for them. The Witch Doctor Jug lane is a classic.
Oh my god, Bulljax, he's lying. Dude, they're falling back into their, yeah. They're falling back into their, we're just gonna pick Witch Doctor for Bulljax.
Witch Doctor Jug, they just pick them, the two most played heroes. And just let themselves, they just let the game play out itself. So they're probably gonna pick Zeri's hero, or they're gonna pick an offlaner. I haven't looked at Vibecat's drafts at all, so I have like zero clue what they normally do. They kind of need like the stun healer, right? Like the SK served from last game.
Games haven't started yet, and it's 9:36 for Toilet Bell series. What? Oh, was that one West Coast team that plays in PST
Toilet Bell
time?
is
PST time? Oh my god.
Alright, so they're gonna take on Shrek's the Pangolier. He's level 25 on that hero.
Counter against Jug though.
Alright, so they pick, and then
but
they
Nebula's can go for the lockdown and the axe.
Yeah.
It'll work against the Void Spirit. It's similar to how they wanted to play Legion last game, but I mean, so oh god, was it Pretenders? I think it was Pretenders. They picked Hype,
10 seconds
Legion Commander, Axe in the series last night, just in reverse order, and both of them really did not work out well against Void Spirit, or I forget who they played against first game, but it's still a tough matchup.
Nebula literally picked these exact 4 heroes when my team played them in groups. This is just like a classic draft for them right now.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, they're just 2 really strong side lanes, like Axe Phoenix off, like you just get Battle Hungered and you get Fire Spirit off cooldown.
Yeah.
And it's just a ton of dot, and then this Jug Witch Doctor, just if you're ever on the lane, you can just die to the spin plus Cask Maledict combo.
Sunray does a lot of work for Axe too, since it's percentage-based healing. They don't have a strength core or anything on Vibecap, but you do benefit from it still. A lot of lockdown for preventing people from hitting egg with the axe, with the cask. Because people tend to group up to try and hit egg, and that's the easiest cask of Bulljack's life.
Or he hits the huge call on Jax. So I'm guessing they're gonna pick their Kiri here, because they don't want them to get banned out.
I'm honestly kind of surprised Vibcat isn't just banning the Witch Doctor, but yeah, they go for Leshrac. So they don't have the same combo as before. Pango, I mean, you can still pull some things off, but yeah, you don't have that immediate stun up all the time. So Leshrac's kind of, you're hitting a lot more skill shots here instead of just clicking
like this immediate
dot.
blink threat that they had last game with the SK. I think they need Void Spirit might just need to go first item Yours to kind of fill that void. They can kind of like that the SK is missing. Like the Yours and the Remnant is kind of the same idea. It's not as instant, but it's still reliable on every hero besides Jug. They can go for that, I guess, with these heroes. So Nebula need a mid. And what does Squid have?
10 seconds remaining.
They can go Kunkka. Kunkka's pretty safe.
5 seconds remaining.
They don't have a ton of damage if he just picks. I guess they have AA. You don't want to play DK versus that. And Ember could be alright. There's not the most lockdown.
I don't think they pick another spirit.
And for Nebula, not for
Fire
Vibe Cat.
team ban.
Oh.
Yeah.
Zeus, Ursa. What else does Nero like to play? You could get rid of the Void. Yeah, they did.
AM is
AM.
alright. Spectre could maybe. I don't
10
think
seconds remaining.
Spectre's good
I
here.
don't think Spectre's
Maledict.
great until
Yeah.
Axe, Maledict.
5 seconds remaining.
Omni Slash is good because he doesn't take any damage from dispersion.
Radiant team
Yeah,
ban.
Spectre seems bad.
I think you could pick an AM though.
Yeah, AM probably seems like that's gonna be the pick. I think that's the only thing he
Throw
has
the
left.
cast back.
Like the
I
stuff
think
he
Nebula
plays.
probably bans AM here. Probably.
I might think they can just play fast enough before AM
seconds
can get
remaining.
online with these heroes. They can group up as 5
5
really
seconds
early right
remaining.
now with the draft they have set up.
Dire team's turn to pick.
The Drow instead.
They ban out Drow. Drow's pretty good here. It's hard lane for Axe against double range. He's just gonna get clicked a ton by Drow AA, and they have like a ton of slow. I
10
can see that
seconds
being
remaining.
good for Vibe Cat. It offers physical, like the physical
5
damage
seconds
they need with Jug to kill him.
I think it seems like AM's the
Radiant
strongest
team's
pick for
turn to
them.
pick.
Yeah.
It is.
And
Nebula have
that
picked 4
really
different
seems like it should have
heroes.
been the ban. I think they could have dealt with the Drow.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard, I guess, but
10 seconds
Drow's a little
remaining.
bit better of a Phoenix Egg hitter than AM is.
AM can just always
5
just get
seconds
away
remaining.
from the egg though, right? Like egg isn't
Yeah.
a threat to AM. AM will just blink away from the egg. You're never gonna. You don't try and kill it this game, I think.
You do
with the
have
heroes.
guaranteed lockdown with the Axe.
Yeah. They
Mm.
they need to pick a AM killer, like something that can. Because right now, if he doesn't get killed in car, he will live. They don't have like any other
Needs
stunts.
something else. I mean, what do you pick? Just a mid hero that's able to pull that off?
You could pick Clinks, yeah. I don't know if Squid plays it or
Huck's
not, but
gone.
Clinks looks really good, I think, for Nebula. It gives them like the physical damage burst they need with the axe claw on AM.
How's that related to Void Spirit, though?
I think they just trade farm. I don't think Clinks can pressure their hero enough, but I don't think they go Ember.
Choose your hero.
I thought Ember would be the other one, but I don't know if Ember's
Yeah.
gonna be enough damage for.
I think they're just going more so for like this early game timing, but like Ember's probably just gonna go phase drums and run around a bunch. They're just gonna go S5, I think, group up early, just never let the AM get online. So like he's never gonna be a threat. I think that's the idea with Ember, because until Void Sphere gets items or until AM gets Abyssal, this is a really free Ember game. He shouldn't die unless he misplays. Or they play like absolutely perfect on Vibecat.
Well, it seems like a really. It seems like again Nebula probably gets outdrafted here. I like Vibecat's draft a little bit more. Obviously, it seems a little bit weaker than last games with the Sand King replaced by Pango, but just different timings for them. You just have to make space for the AM, and they can potentially just go late. I think AM beats Juggernaut.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Nebula. I think they'll be able to play like fast with the draft and just end the game before this AM hero ever exists. But I think if AM gets to his like the Manta Abyssal Battle Fury timing, the game's just I think Vibecat will win. So it's kind of like a race against the clock for Nebula. So I think it makes the game as easier to play for Vibecat, but I think Nebula have like the execution to be able to pull it off.
I think it really is going to come down to how well Jack's Attack and Silverpike can play the lane.
Yeah.
If Nira gets a good start, it's not looking great for Nebula.
I think the mid matchup matters more. Like you have the Spirit duel mid. I think if one of these heroes just gets ahead mid, they'll just take over the game, and it won't the side lanes won't matter that much because Ember can just the other one can just go and salvage whichever lane doesn't go that bad.
I'm sure. Oh, that's a good point.
Falling into place.
It's a
They're
really
like
good
kind of
point.
gonna those two are gonna
I
be
mean,
like the tempo
it
setters.
feels like the spirits have to dominate though in order for that to happen. Like if it's just a draw, who knows? I guess
think
if it's still a draw,
draw-
they can maybe rotate even. But
Yeah.
so who rotates first is kind of what it comes down to.
Void Spirit normally rotates first. It's a lot easier for his hero to rotate. Like just at 6, he has like just the instant jump. Ember kind of just wants to farm with remnants, like abuse that kind of aspect of his hero.
Might need to change up the playstyle though if they need to salvage a lane top and kill an AM, or maybe go for that early.
Have fun, orb, but yellow.
If only I could tip. Oh, Pike has 0 Phoenix items. Wait, does
He's
Phoenix even
going
have items?
Yeah, there's the new
There's
Phoenix
the
Immortal.
Immortal. I thought there's a couple
Yeah.
of Immortals for it.
He has some sets. I think they're all newer, so he might not just have.
He's got the taunt.
Yeah.
And like that's
That's
it.
all you need, honestly.
Yeah. And of course, we don't have the Axe Arcana, unfortunately. A little bit shredding going top. Near is probably the first target
He's
you want to
gonna
go into. He's
blink
actually,
away.
yeah, he's going to level the blink first.
He'll be fine.
Instead of the mana
Can't
break.
go up.
Does make CSing on the first
Yeah.
range keep a bit harder.
Yeah,
Which
you
can be a big deal.
Secure it with on the chilling touch. Pretty
There's a
easily.
bit of a pushback. Zeroscape actually
Wait,
pushing
oh.
forward onto the Witch Doctor. And this time Fume actually wins the right click battle. They're going to get 3 bounty runes over on Nebula.
But this
And,
mid lane is now just naturally going to be in favor of Void Spirit on the first wave because he skilled change looking for a kill on
Oof.
Ember.
And of course the
That's-
block again under the
Oh, he
tower.
overblocked.
Once again, it's the same. I don't know if you want to call it mistake, but it doesn't seem like it's really what you want to be happening. But he's doing a lot better CS wise this game. If he can get, yeah, he goes 3 for 4. Getting a lot of harassed into there too. I think this is really the time to pay attention to mid lane as well, because probably the first couple waves are when the leads really
Oh,
look
he
at the
used to
denies
change.
from Koryak. My goodness, he's level 2.
Yeah.
It's a great start.
Void Spirit is just it's so hard to CS with this hero. The animation is just so like nice. It's like they designed the hero just to be like good at CSing, like his attack animation.
Well, back and forth the lanes
Yeah.
go. So we will just take a look at the other lanes. Witch Doctor, Juggernaut bottom into the Leshrac Pango. Doesn't really feel like they can go for kills or anything because Shirk has the Swashbuckle to combo the spin. Maybe they can bring down Zeroscape. Might be an opportunity at some point. Top lane, Jack's Attack and Silver Pike on Axe and Phoenix respectively. Nira on the AM, Aurora of course on the classic AM. Same thing as he played last game. Nira up to 5 CS at the moment, almost tied with Jack's Attack as he's got a couple of denies. We do get the stun bottom on the Bull Jacks, it looks like, but they might have been going for something of their own. I think maybe they wait till they hit level 2 spin, and then maybe they go for Zeroscape. You might be able to get a level 2 Maledict then too. This
Yeah.
team picks up a range creep CS. They actually don't even go to deny there. Would have been open. Level 25.
Just wanted to get the free right clicks in, right? Because Jug has to go for the CS, so I can just click them a bunch.
I'm surprised it's not a bigger deficit mid. Colonel Squid at 8 CS right now to the 10 of Koryak. I thought it would be a bit more.
He doesn't have any points in Flame Guard in this lane. It's pretty.
You think it's the Flame Guard max again to Void Spirit?
That's what I've seen be like the most successful versus him.
Oh my god, and I'm missing First Blood. Big rotation. We're not even a rotation top. They're diving top way past the tier 1 tower. And again, this is a lane that if it goes well for Nebula, the game's a lot better of an outlook.
He's just not getting any points. I'm not a fan of this no Flame Guard
2-2.
skill. Yeah. Because Void Spirit's like all magic damage, and he has a physical damage block shield, right? So you should get your Flame Guard off as the most magic
Sure.
damage.
Yeah, because you can just turn this right now and right-click you and harass you for way more damage than you're able to put out, especially with the shield. We do get a kill bottom. It looks like what I said might happen came true. Is level 2 spin on Fume gets the kill onto Xeriscape. Got the Maledict out as well, and Nebula off to a better start. 2-0 at the moment, a 1k gold lead. And mid lane, Koryak's a little low. He's got to be kind of careful here. Maybe going to try and turn it to kill onto Colonel Squid. He can pop the shield if he wants to. He's going to save the Sleight of Fist for now. Koryak potentially just waiting for a salve or something?
He's just going for the coin toss. The game's going to get decided at the rune. Whatever rune. Whoever gets the rune is just going to win the lane.
It goes bottom. But Colonel Squid...
Wait, Squid?
Doesn't. Oh, that is the most unfortunate. Now Squid might just lose his life. No, he hits the Sleight of Fist. Level 3. He somehow wins the show match.
He just baits him in.
I didn't think he had enough. It was so close. Do you think he did the math there? Because I would not have gone for that play.
Well, he did Fury Fire on Void Spirit. You forget about those a lot though. So
or like almost ice top is just gonna be fine. Dude, I mean, I didn't think he had enough damage because he popped the physical damage shield, but it looked like Sleight of Fist.
It's only level 1, so it doesn't do that much.
Sure, and it is a level 3 Sleight of Fist, so you get the bonus damage, so you just pop through that and you're good. And yeah, somehow, despite being down early, Colonel Squid hits 6 first.
Was Courier?
Almost kills the Courier. Would have been the trade. Taunt back up onto Colonel Squid. Bit of misclick there, it looks like, but he's able to hit another Sleight of Fist if he wants to get it. Gets the chains up even. He might just continue to chase this. There's another Dissimulate. Koryak might try and bait this. So he's getting the bottle charges back up, chasing him forward. There's a bit of a shield up, taunt going through. We do lose the Pango in the bot lane, but the rotation over from Xeriscape gets the chains back on. Colonel Squid can't just dive out of this because he put the spirit back in the mid lane. And he will
really
be
good
fine.
Play by Squid, stealing the win from Void Spirit, so he's kind of stuck now mid because he has no bottle charges.
Yeah, and the rotation from Xeriscape gets Pango killed as well.
Lanes are going a lot better for Nebula this game.
Yeah, Nebula kind of looking like they're outplaying Vibecat just a bit early on. Really nice plays from Colonel Squid.
Yeah. He is going for the Mask of Madness build on AM this game.
Dude,
it's
yeah,
pretty good.
It's just
it's good with X because it gives you like the extra HP on the
Fume's gotta be careful here. He doesn't want to tank this and then a stun. So he's dropping a little low.
Seems to be his normal build on Jug. Treads Battle Fey, Manta. Seems to go that
Silverpike's a little bit aggressive onto Aurora here, but I don't think they can actually dive for it. Nira's gotten a decent amount of space, 32 CS, but he's still behind Jack's attack.
Squid is up here to try and press the tower with
mana.
Wait, Sea Screech's dead.
Yeah. There was a rotation up. Taunt is going to miss. The Squid dodges it, just pops the wand. There's a haste rune up on Koryak if he wants to keep chasing, but it's about to go down. Nothing really going to follow up. And the beauty of Ember Spirit, just go back to base.
Yeah. I mean, he just stole someone's mango.
Oof. Wait, whose is this? I hate how it doesn't say mangoes, like, or dropped, like, consumables who bought them. Yeah. Fume actually loses his courier in the bot lane. Again, dude, it's the Radiant Courier. I don't even know where it died that time.
They just die. One dies per game.
Like, it's pretty much guaranteed. Already in the jungle is Nira, by the way. They're actually diving the top tier 1, just trying to get a kill on Aurora. Does not have a level in the call, so they can actually lock him down for the meantime. 2 TPs up, though. Aurora not going to tick down, going for the TP as Jack's attack, but Xeriscape doesn't want to throw the blind stun. And the rotation up from Koryak, too. They don't find anything. Silverpike running through the jungle here. He needs to just go for the TP. One more right click. No. Was another close one, but still 4-0 for Nebula. Throwing the perfect game at the moment.
Things are going really well for them. Top 3 net worth on all of their cores. And like, unlike last game, I don't know how they catch back up besides for AM just farming, because Pingo just doesn't do the same thing as SK. They're different heroes, so his supports can't be like the same heroes essentially. I think
Oh,
the
there's
SK,
a
like,
rotation top from Xeriscape, but he missed the stun. I don't know if they keep chasing this, because they do get a lot of damage from the Edict, but the creep wave is there. The
Huge
turn
cask.
from Bulljax, the cask! It's going to kill off Xeriscape, and maybe they find Aurora even. The rotations from Bulljax, it's his signature for a reason. Stop giving this man this hero. He just knows where to be. Jax attack survives. He's even... Is this Veil of Discord? What the...
Yeah, this Vel Axe is kind of the new thing. Vel's kind of just like this must-have item right now in the current patch. It just offers a ton since it just amps all damage. So it amps his spins now. It's gonna amp all this Ember magic damage, all the Phoenix damage, the Maledict coming out from Witch Doctor.
Battle Hunger as well,
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah, it amps Battle Hunger too.
They do need to be careful how they initiate on Anira here, as they do get the dive through. But I don't think they're looking for kills. They're just going for a bit of harass. They're going to try and turn it over on. They've gone a bit too far, though. I think Bulljack's just going to die. Maledict on top of him. They do get
Squid
the
is
turn,
gonna
though. Colonel
snipe
Squid's
him
actually
this way.
rotated.
Yeah. They're not.
And Aurora up here as well, but Colonel Squid's a bit alone. Almost
doesn't have
lost his
mana.
courier. He's out of mana, cannot get away with the spirit if he wanted to. Taunt back up. Koryak just retreating for now. Colonel Squid does have another wand charge should he want to use it. But he's out of mana now, and he probably just needs to back. But look at this space they're getting rid of. Nira having to back all the way down to the triangle, which isn't the worst thing, because that triangle is relatively strong. It looks like bottom Fume actually used the ult on top of Shirk as well, but missed the kill. Fortunately there, we do get a rotation over from Colonel Squid, and Aurora is probably just dead here.
Yeah. They are punishing
Able
this
to
AA
dodge
pick a lot more
out. He
this game.
can get the haste rune. One more right click, but he missed it.
Oh.
Cass comes through and gets the last hit. Colonel Squid
7
gets a
mana.
spirit away. He needs to get a bit more mana. Actually running high ground to Sanira, but he's too busy farming.
Yeah.
So they do not find the kill. 8-1 to start. And
So-
Nebula looking a lot different. They get the chains on the Koryak as well as the cask. It connects twice. He does get them dissimulate away, but can they chase this one any further? Yes, they can. Colonel Squid with the spirit runs out. The one more hit
He's dead.
from the Maledict. There is no saving him. Nice there from Bulljax. He actually got it onto him as he came out of the dissimulate there.
I'm gonna talk. I made a comment about Squid's build not going for the Flame Guard, but I think how he's playing, like, kinda, it makes sense why he didn't get it, because he's just running around the map, spamming Slights chains on. He is not farming at all.
Yeah,
He has,
he's not
like,
really
sort of
using
single
it to
jungle
farm.
camp.
Like
Yeah, he's
when
just
we
sprinting at
talked
people,
about
spamming Slight.
the two heroes playing the lane, you're like, well, he's probably just gonna go from the jungle early on is what Ember Spirit wants to do, but he's like playing it completely different than what we expected, right?
He is going to phase drums and just fighting with this team a lot. I did say that, so it kind of makes sense why he has this Slight chains build, right? He's just running at supports, spamming it on people.
It's a very strong playstyle for Ember too, because you can just constantly go back to base. Every single kill you get, they do make a rotation bottom on a Shirk. I don't know if this is the right idea though, because he does just have that away. They'll just
They're
instead
just zoning
Fume's gonna
him away
spin.
from the tower.
Yeah. Top lane, they've taken the tier 1, and now bot lane, they hope to do the same. Fume just able to tank up this tower shots with the ward out.
They're gonna look for a play on X here. They just don't, until Voidsphere gets yours, they really don't have any
Jack's
way to make
attack
plays.
needs to be a little careful. Does see Xeriscape. There should be a stun he can hit, but he also has the call to follow this one up. If Jack's attack wants to try and turn it, Taunt does miss, so they can't get that set up for the stun. The
dodge.
call away. They not saving him quite yet, trying to hit the egg, but they can't. It's Xeriscape. Not able to kill it off. They get the stun too from the egg. Koryak might just drop here. Tries to turn it back onto Bulljax, but he's taking so much damage from the Maledict. They kill off Jack's attack, but you lose Koryak.
They're up 8,000 gold at 12 minutes into the game.
What
This
a
is just-
play from Silverpike.
Yeah, they're just playing so fast right now on Radiant. They aren't
it's-
giving them any room to breathe. Right now, the only one who's like farming is AM. Everyone
Seems
else
like-
is kind of just getting sprinted at.
A little bit of tunnel vision there from Koryak because he probably could have just turned to hit the egg and then they kill that and then move on to something else because the call was on cooldown. That was their other lockdown. Mid lane, Colonel Squid still making the plays, dodging the Pango, and he's got another Spirit in 2 seconds, so he should be able to survive this if they can. No, he doesn't get it up to the high ground. Unfortunately there for the Ember. Ult missing from Aurora, but he can't just walk it up to the high ground. Another huge cast coming out. They got the Maledict. It's bouncing back and forth. They're going to find Koryak yet again. No, Fume able to dodge it with the Dissimulate, but it doesn't matter. Bulljax, he's getting so many Maledict kills now. They're going to pop the drums and potentially dive for Aurora as well. Chain's missing, though. So the drum's wasted, but who really cares about that? It's kind of on Nero to save this game at this point. 2 deaths in a row for Koryak.
He is going to have the time on aim to get... If he manages to get a Manta by the end of the game...
He's got a... I think he... This is where Nero shines, though. Like, he just somehow... His game sense is incredible. Like, he knows they want to make a move toward him. And again, they have vision over here, but he started moving there before they actually saw the heroes.
And Squid's just gonna run at him. He has the word on the Ancients. Freaking pressure.
Look how much damage he's doing with just the right clicks, though.
Yeah. This slide is...
Oh, he might get rotated on. They don't have a Yule setup or anything, but if they can connect with the taunt, no, he's got the Spirit away immediately.
It's such a free Ember game. They have like no way to kill him. He can just keep doing that. He can leave another remnant down and then just run in there again.
You gotta get a Yule's on Koryak, right?
Yeah, he's just... He didn't get off to as good of a start as he did last game. He only's been involved in 2 kills, so he's just lacking the...
Oh, now he's gonna get hit with the stun, though, after the Spirit into the taunt. Can he dodge the AL? Yes, he can. He'll be just fine. They get the call afterwards, this time on the Koryak. He does not have the Simulate, but he has another charge in the ult, but it can't come out in time. Bulljax on the backside brings down Aurora. 2 kills and Nebula looking very strong. This is the Nebula that I've been used to watching the entire season, and they might just get another one too. He's got another swashbuckle away, but that's right into the waiting arms of Jack's attack. Ult does come in time, though, is Jack's attack not quite expecting that. Nira doing as much as he can bottom, just cutting the wave beyond the tier 1.
Zeri's gonna cut the next wave mid, yeah. Phoenix is pinging this out, he might try and go on them.
They have a ward, though.
He's just TPing out right away.
It doesn't quite get rid of the wave, but they're still going to take the tier 2.
They are going high ground.
Do they? Is this really the high ground play? They get a nice change plus the 2-man call on the Bulljax. Doing so much work with the jungle on Fume. The stun does connect onto 2. Xeroscape might get the turn here, but the spin to follow up. They can't get any kills. Colonel Squid's just going to keep going with the Maledict on top of Xeroscape. He ticks down. 3 kills for free on the high ground, and there's no response from Nira. There's no response from Koryak.
No, Nira is not coming until he has his items. He needs to get his battle free as fast as he can. I just don't think they are not giving him any room to breathe. They just, like, after, like, the second X got Val, honestly, there's just been, like, tempo up, running at him non-stop.
18-2, 13k gold lead. Nebula, I mean, what happened? Like, I still thought the draft was slightly in favor of Vibecat. I might have just been wrong. Oh, Koryak mid. Not gonna get caught. He should be fine, unless he runs back into this. Does not get hit by the taunt.
He does not have a remnant up, so he
does need to get one away. The slow going forward, and comes the Pango ult. This might just be a dead Ember. Maybe looking for the egg on top of Silver Pike. He does pull him. Oh no, he actually just died right on top of it. The egg does drop because finally Shirt can bring it down. We do have the Maledict. This is a really great fight for Vibecat. They might lose the Pango, though. This is a big rotation from Nira, and they do not want to lose him right now. 2 for 1, but again, being down this much, the comeback gold is real.
Yeah, that was a good play. That was just Squid being greedy, running in with no remnant like to fall back on, so they were able to finally get the chain stun on them and get the kill.
A bit of a mistake, and not one we're used to seeing from Colonel Squid, at least this game.
That's a classic Squid play. He just overextends a bit, but he's gonna like that dust doesn't affect him. He's going to keep running at him.
Yeah.
Like That's
And
just
they
how
know
he
they
plays.
can keep moving. They want to just control the entire map. They want to get Nira off of it. And he's back in the base already. Nira still working on this Battle Fury. We're 18 minutes into the game. Even when you go mask first, this is a pretty slow timing.
Yeah. They're gonna take Rush. It's pretty easy to do with the Jug Phoenix because you don't take it particularly fast, but Rush does like has no
Blink
threat
call
on
mid
you at
onto
all.
Nira. He's got to be a little careful. No, he gets a blink away.
Yeah. But they're gonna get an Aegis on Jug and probably go high ground with that.
Do you think they push bottom to get to the last tier 2, or is it they just push one of the existing lanes they already
I
got?
think they're just gonna go mid or top since those waves are already at the like tier 3s.
Just not worry about bottom, because Zeroscape
Yeah.
might be able to do some damage to this. They don't know that they're roshing, otherwise I think Zeroscape would have pushed this tower a bit more. But now they should definitely, as Roche is about to fall.
They have a lot of catch with Ember and Axe, so even if he's hitting the tower, they can just TP in and run him down unless he has like no way to get out. Axe can just blink call him, or Ember can just remnant on him.
Just look how far up. Or Colonel Squid just sitting on high ground tier 3s.
He's just making so much space for his Jug to farm up, and it's like,
There is a bit of a cut. Zeroscape doing a similar play. Rotation mid from Colonel Squid. Gonna try and bring down
He
Zeroscape.
is
Koryak
running
is
him
over
down.
here though. Does not have the
misses the
Yules
chains.
quite yet. But yeah, with the
has
Yules,
to
missed
leave
the
on
call
Squid,
back
but-
onto Koryak. There is an AL flying in, but do they have the damage for Koryak? No, they do not. Jack's attack could potentially survive this. Again, Bulljax hits the cask, and Koryak drops as he is out of all the charges, and I think Axe just barely survives. Almost ticks down to the A ult, but
looks like they're just
does
gonna go
eventually
mid and down.
live. And
They have
Nira
the
is
wave.
very close to this Battle Fury. He actually has it, and if he takes this tower here,
Alright, just give AM 10 more minutes. Hopefully the game doesn't
they
end by
have
then.
10 more minutes. Zeroscape might just get a courier mid. Nope,
He has to
quite
kill
enough
his
right
wave.
click.
Oh, it's a
Meteor
siege.
hammer up. It stuns the tower for the first couple hits. They do fortify themselves to bring down the wave bottom as well, so kind of getting double use out of that one. As Colonel Squid is rotated all the way back to the tier 2. Their creep wave is still alive. Can they bring down this tier 3 fast enough? They don't have a wave anywhere else. All the creeps dead. They might lose it to the back door. They still did a lot of damage to the Pango. Oh, rolling through. Do they want to chase this far outside the base? They are against an Aegis, and Shirk will just turn it around.
We get the
Meanwhile,
solo
bottom,
kill on
the
AM.
solo kill. Colonel Squid making the play, almost pretty much the play of the game right
Yeah.
there. That might
He
just
did
be it. Nira dying there is huge.
Yeah, the DD Ember with Death Cell just shreds them. Hut. And now they have no one cutting waves. It's finally gonna get here. Jug can just walk up with Aegis. They have
And
no
the
ping
creeps
roll.
through.
That's a
Colonel Squid's back and rotated. Does not have the DD up. Missed the chains there, but Koryak goes in at the same time as the call. The AL completely missing everything. Fume forward. We do have the egg way on the back. Koryak getting hit up by an egg. He doesn't have the Maledict on him this time, though, but I think they at least secure the barracks here because they don't have that Rolling Thunder either on the Pango, so a lot of their team fight is just gone. Nira is already back up because he was relatively low level. So respawn time is low. They get the slow out on a Colonel Squid, diving forward. Fume with the spin, trying to bring down Zeroscape. It's not enough. They get the freeze on the Colonel Squid, but again, hitting a two-man chains. Almost dead as Zeroscape. Spirit misses, but he's got another Sleight of Fist very soon. 2 kills already gone. Koryak might just have to use the buyback. Nearback is gone. 40 seconds without Nira. There's a Rolling Thunder through from Shirk. But GG called from
They call
Zeroscape.
it.
A completely different story.
Yeah.
Game 2. Vibe
just did
Cat
not
looked
get to
so
play
strong
Dota.
game 1.
On Vibe Cap this game. This is what I was kind of talking about at the beginning with Nebula. They play so aggressive. Once they're ahead, they do not let the other team get back into the game. They will play in your jungle like as 5 just the entire game. Once if they have any bit of a lead, they just take it and snowball it with it.
Well, kind of lopsided, sort of lopsided games, both of them. Game 1 was almost a base race, sort of.
Yeah.
But we split it 1-1. Nebula still looking strong. We do have other games going on right now. I believe Clever Sneak is still casting. Oh god, what series was that? It wasn't Toilet Bell, was it? What else was on tonight?
He's casting the Banana Hammock, Eternal
Banana
Kings.
Hammock versus Eternal Kings. That one's still going on over on Clever Sneak's
Yeah.
channel, and I believe there is Snow and Burrow Hobbit casting Toilet Bells match against
Dark W. That's the game.
Dark W. That game just started, and there's a couple of people also like streaming their perspectives. I think Malefic,
Yeah.
Malefic.
And I
I
think
don't know. Who knows? Flesh Canoe is also. But anyways, Ja, thanks for joining me. Good luck in their next games. I'm looking forward
Thanks.
to the
Yeah.
fuck, what did you say you were gonna buy? You said
Oh,
you were
my
gonna buy
Holy
something.
Locket jug.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
I
expect it now.
My team might get mad when they see I have Arcane Boots on jug,
Nah,
but
dude.
no cares.
Dude. It's fine.
When I have max healing at the end of the game, they can't flame me, right?